We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
Now 50 Cent isn't just letting others speculate anymore. He's saying it himself. After weeks of online chatter and mounting curiosity, 50 openly confirmed that he's sitting on an enormous archive of unreleased material. According to him, there are roughly 140 hours of footage connected to this project. When fans began questioning whether the rumors were real, 50 responded directly online, posting, "Yes, I have the footage, LOL."
Everything couldn't make was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things. Like even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so we could.
For time.
Yeah.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2, season 2.
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube.
That single comment sent shockwaves across social media and reignited interest in what might still be hidden. But what truly escalated the situation was 50, explaining why he decided to go after Diddy so aggressively this time. In interviews, 50 made it clear that fear was never a factor for him.
Diddy was recording because he thought he was about to beat the case. So he wanted to do a Netflix documentary. Didn't pay the guy, and then 50 got all 140 hours of footage of secret Diddy tactics. Well, there's a guy named Neil who was mentioned in the court, works right up under Diddy, was organizing everything. Allegedly, they are saying that he is on video, film, tampering with witnesses, giving out addresses, offering money, bribing, we'll pay for your lawyers, all kind of shit that could be counted as witness tampering, obstruction of justice. And 50, of all people, has his hands on this footage. And I'm hearing that this could implicate Diddy's lawyers in some bullshit. They could be charged. This shit is getting wild. And I'm hearing that this 50 Cent documentary is just the fucking tip of the iceberg.
This guy in this video said one specific name, and it was Neil, and it automatically made me think of Neil Dominique. Everything that we just covered the other day that came out from Diddy's former chef, Jordan, who was going to be a witness testifying against Diddy in the criminal trial. You remember, she just took to her Instagram calling out Neil Dominique, saying that he was basically the one to give Diddy information that she was testifying to the grand jury. She has been claiming for a while, when she testified to this grand jury on April 2nd of 2024, just 2 weeks later, Diddy's attorney would text her saying, "Dear Chef Jordan, this is Aaron Dyer. I'm Sean Combs' attorney. I left you a voicemail last week, but wanted to follow up. I have been told you have been contacted by law enforcement and might want an attorney to represent you." So that man in this video was basically saying that 50 Cent has video footage of Diddy talking to these people and setting this up to go after witnesses.
By the way, before we continue, a quick message for anyone out there who dreams of acting or wants to break into the film and TV industry. Our channel is partnered with a real working actor who actively teaches actors around the world, including celebrity clients. He offers global acting classes, one-on-one coaching, on-camera training, and industry-level guidance for anyone serious about leveling up their career. If you want to learn directly from someone booking real roles in film and TV right now, check out the link in the description and visit the website. Whether you're a beginner or already experienced, his training gives you the tools to stand out in today's competitive industry. All right, back to the story. He said he doesn't see Diddy as untouchable or special in the way others do. According to 50, many people in the industry carry an unspoken fear, a belief that certain figures are too powerful to challenge. He says he simply doesn't register that mindset. 50 explained that his upbringing and life experiences hardened him in a way that made industry intimidation meaningless.
It's clear. I don't have any reserve, like the fear that they would actually have towards him. I don't think he's
been through situations far more extreme than celebrity politics, and because of that, he views this documentary as just another project, not a personal vendetta. He believes people can interpret his motives however they want, but if they actually watch the series, they'll see it was handled carefully.
Because they said, no, I'm gonna do that one because 50, that's gonna be the big one. Because I'm not scared of none of that. Like, I think it's just the way I was brought up. I don't really register those things. I've been through way more extreme things than these people. I look at the project, it's just another project to me. And understand it's been done tastefully, and it is the best version of a docuseries that you'll see on this. Well, he's a big part of the culture. Like he's a respectable, he made it to a respectable position within culture. Any smart person would pick their fights. And you say, I don't really get anything out of it, it's not my business anyway, so why say something about it?
Respectfully and with intention. In his words, it's the most complete and tasteful version of this story that's ever been put together. One of the most revealing admissions from 50 was that many people who had refused to appear in earlier documentaries finally agreed to speak.
But the journalists would also say, I'm gonna keep my sources secure, but but I got it. They can blame it on me. That is that. I think he's gonna actually like the project. He's gonna see that it was done fair, the perspective. Because he's gonna see too many people or he'll be consumed by what his personal experience was with each individual that's saying things about him because he lived these things. She's gonna understand it. You can interview her following that, and I'll do the interview with her. I'll make sure I put it together. Yeah, because I had communications with her, to understand it, what's going on. And even though she's not in the docuseries, it was important I spoke to her to understand how things transpired. The husband, I spoke to him away from her, separate individual communications, and then see things kind of match up. Like when people say things, I go, oh, okay, I hear what you said, but if you hear things multiple times from people, different people, it kind of rings true to you. He got old real fast. His hair was jet black, like mine, and the next day he was like a full. All I saw from was the raccoon pictures from the courtroom. When they drew him, it was looked like a raccoon.
Specifically because he was behind this one. According to him, several individuals told him outright that they wouldn't participate in previous projects out of fear, but they trusted 50 and believed this was the moment to finally tell their stories. The logic was simple. If 50 wasn't scared, they didn't have to be either. 50 emphasized that this documentary wasn't about attacking someone for the sake of attention. Instead, he framed it as a platform where people with vastly different experiences could finally speak their truth. He explained that clarity often comes not from a single voice, but from hearing the same patterns repeated by unrelated people over time. When multiple accounts begin to line up independently, it becomes harder to dismiss them as coincidence. He also acknowledged that Diddy is undeniably a major figure in the culture, wealthy, influential, and respected in many circles. Most people, he said, would avoid confrontation altogether because there's nothing to gain personally. That's exactly why so many stayed silent for decades.
So Wolf did not and was not going anywhere that had to do with California. And it wasn't because of the Jake situation. It was that he wanted to be safe, and the only way he felt safe if he was going out there with the dudes from his clique. And that was the Valley Mob. That's the only way. Wolf ended up losing his life behind Puff and his bullshit. And people they didn't even put that in the documentary. Wolf ended up losing his life behind Puff and his bullshit. And that bullshit was with BMF. That's a big segment in my book that I wrote that whole shit. I wrote a whole big situation in my book regarding that, Mighty. And I know you're doing this. I want to say that right there because I was there the night that Meech had promised Puff. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had to worry about Suge Knight. He ain't had to worry about nobody from this point on. And telling Puff some shit like that made him think that he could talk to Wolf any kind of way. Because if anybody knew, BMF was powerful back then. They had dudes from everywhere. And Meech telling him he ain't have to worry about nobody no more, it made Puff think that he could tell Wolf that he didn't need Wolf no more. And one thing led to the next.